So at this time, from our perspective here on planet Earth, the sun, from our point of view, has moved on and it's now gone into the hexagram number 54. And we're right at the top of the wheel here, just to the left a little bit, and we're in this season of Yule. And this season, the bottom trigram for each of these hexagrams is Tui, the lake, and Joy, solid, solid, broken. And for the 54 on top, we have the lightning, the thunder strike, the arousing trigram, solid, broken, broken. So we end up here with the life theme, the personal life theme we call penetration. Conscious sun in the 54 of ambition and expansion, and who do you know and who do you connect to, and what are the signs of life going forward and taking us further into the life experience. Earth in the 53, the gateway of new beginnings in the collective abstract circuitry. And then the unconscious sun in the 57, the unconscious earth in the 51. These two both individual gateways. The 57, the gate of intuition, and the 51, this gate of thunder and lightning and the shock and the arousing. So life theme of penetration looks right into life, looks deeply into things, examine things from all sides. The ambition with the 54 is very much looking, who can help me on my way? What is it that's going to work for me? We can say with the 54, it has this really particular connection into the world through the people that you know, the people that can help you get ahead. We might also say it has the same effect on the spiritual level as well. Like, what are the blessings one can receive in this lifetime to make obvious steps forward in life? In the traditional I Ching, the 54 is called the marrying maiden, as though somebody from a particular status in life is marrying up. Let's just to say they're marrying into an advanced strata of society. And so 54 is this whole movement to better oneself, to go upward in life, to move up in the social strata, move up in the spiritual strata. 53, this gateway of new beginnings, getting things off the ground, opening up new possible experiences for life. And this one in the root center in the abstract circuitry. 57 in the spleen center, the gateway of the gentle, the gate we associate with intuition. And the 51 in the willpower center, the center of values, and the 51 really the values of branching out in life, looking deeper into life, having a much more rich experience by examining the spiritual side of life as well as the material side as well. So the life theme of penetration, people with this life theme, they go right into life experiences. They can read people. They can look at situations, get instant hits on them. What's going on here? What's really happening here? And of course, if you have this ability to look into people's lives and kind of examine things on a close basis, there has to be a pretty fair degree of integrity there, because you know the push of the ambition can be so much that it's quite easy to take over and literally, I won't say necessarily manipulate other people's lives, but just to see that as there's this push to get ahead. The sun moves on into the fourth line here, and this is a very peculiar line, the 54. We have to say it's one of the more mysterious lines. It's really quite spiritual. It affects any planet that happens to fall into the 54 on the fourth line. But here, with the conscious sun in it, is very much definitely oriented towards ambition, the fixed life theme of ambition. It's about a 2 or 3 hour period of any year where this particular life theme is available. But it's very, very directed into shifting life experience. What I say about the 54 on the fourth line is there can be this experience of going through life and everything's going very nicely. And then all of a sudden the lights go out. You're so set on a particular way forward, and all of a sudden you realize what you were looking at's gone. You're no longer looking at the same thing. And necessarily, are you going to maintain your course? Are you going to kind of keep looking at things in the same way? Or are you going to take a jump? Are you going to move into something very, very different? And so what has happened here also is that the unconscious sun has gone into the 32, and the unconscious earth into the 32. And so those of you familiar with human design will recognize right away, we've got a generator design and we have 2 channels that are defined. through these 4 points on the wheel here. So the 54 and the 32 make up one channel. That is the channel of transformation in terms of the entrepreneurial side of things. And the 53, 40, 42 have made a connection from the sacral to the root center through this format energy of getting whole new life experiences in motion. So very, very particular drive here can happen because it's got annual cycles, because we're looking at Sun-Earth involvement in these two channels. Every year there can be a turnover at least of whatever it is that the cycle has opened up, or whatever it is that the ambition is driving one towards. So there can be a lot of stops and starts with this particular life theme, a lot of changes in momentum. And there's always, now that we've got the 32 involved here, there's always going to be this little bit of a sense of, is it going to work? Because the 32, yes, it has this finger on the pulse, it has this sense of instinct guiding something through this channel of the entrepreneurial channel, the 5432, and there can be always this sensation, is this working? So for anyone with this life theme, the sacral response, really, really important to give guidance forward. The interpersonal life theme of cycles, we're looking at the same two channels here, but now the sun has gone into the 5th and 6th lines of the 54. And so anyone with this particular life theme, absolutely their life runs in cycles. And the drive of it always is with the 5th and 6th lines of the 54 and the 53 is making connection, making good starts, always with this push from ambition. Let's get ahead. Let's see what we can do. Let's make some kind of change take place here. Let's move into cycles that bring great life experience, the 5342, and also can be highly entrepreneurial as well. So necessarily people with this life theme, they're always pushing ahead, they're opening up new doorways, opening up new possibilities, discovering new elements of their abilities within themselves, and really able to guide other people into really rewarding life experiences if they're available to them. 5th and 6th lines always have that leadership quality about them, and they can open all kinds of new possibilities for people, but they have to be aware, as anyone with this format, the 5342, from the root to the sacral center. Yes, there's a gut response, so very, very important to pay attention to that. But just to see, every time they get a big yes for something, they're going to get caught up in the cycle. They're going to have to see the cycle through, and that is a beginning, a middle, and an end. They're going to have to complete the whole thing. For generators, it's almost impossible to quit because you're left in a vacuum of activities, and nothing comes until you get the next gut response. So really important at the get-go, if you're going to have a gut response, you're going to say yes to something, follow it all the way through. So for the personal life theme of penetration, people with this life theme, Paramahansa Yogananda, yeah, this extraordinary mystic who came from India and really set many people on fire here in America in terms of their spiritual quest. Stephen Hawking, this utter genius in terms of working out how the universe works and how the stars all do their thing. Katie Couric, also this personal life theme of penetration. In the interpersonal life theme of cycles, Joan Baez, this really truly amazing musician who got a very particular genre of music going. Princess Caroline, the Duchess of Wales, has this life theme of cycles. And also Rod Stewart, this really fine fellow, this English musician who just has charmed so many people and whose own life has gone through really amazing cycles, taking him from pretty much obscurity into really a front lane performer. All of the life themes are in this Book of Destinies, available in all good bookstores, also on Amazon. Every single life theme is in there, all 192 of them for everybody. Part of the Human Design Trilogy, the QR code on the left there to get your free report from evolutionaryhumandesign.com, the QR code on the right there to get access to the 3 books, this Human Design Trilogy. So there we are, ambition at this time of the year, moving forward, all kinds of things are possible.